What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Crimson Lounge. Back at it again with some more Primordials bounty. Say hi, everybody.
I don't wanna.
Hello.
Hi.
Ah!
Yo.
Wow.
Yes, we're back. And on top of that, Owen's here.
I'm alive.
Yes.
Took a lot of diamonds.
Here.
Great! Now get out.
Took a lot of
Okay.
diamonds and a lot of rituals, but we managed to do it.
Oh, God. Fucking Clyde was working overtime with the Necronomicon to bring on back.
But this time I didn't use my soul because I couldn't wager that. I used
The lore continues of Clyde the Necromancing Lich.
Dude, one of these times we're playing one of these games, I gotta play Necromancer.
I mean, we have the class for it.
And just in case you're wondering what kind of necromancer lich Clyde is, imagine what's his name from Baldur's Gate?
I'm
Withers.
obviously a demon, right?
He's like Withers if Withers was a giant shit lord.
Withers with giant shit guard. Fuck off.
Is thou bitchless?
Wow. That would be Clyde.
No, bitches.
Is thou bitchless?
Is the question art thou bitchless?
Art thou no bitches? Damn.
Oh my god.
It's good to have everybody back. But yes, we're back and better than ever. Alright. By the way, how is everything over at where you're at right now? Is everything somewhat back to normal?
Half and half. Like it's for the better part of my day. I actually didn't have any internet because they did maintenance on the line nearby because there was a line drooping down. So, other than that, I mean, for me, it's slowly getting back to normal. I still have some internet hiccups here and there, so might experience me disconnecting from time to time. Just due to, well, they're working on lines still around here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we better enjoy the time that we have, though. So.
Yeah. I also have a slight time constraint due to interactions that are happening tomorrow, which I failed to mention prior to this. But I have to go around 8:30 or 9.
All right. Well, in that case, then we have no time to waste.
Nope.
All right. So let's go ahead and hop right in, shall we? When last we left our crew, Zilyana the Succubus Witch, Starzin the Lalafell Artificer, Sips the Slimefolk Monk, and Brutus the Envie Ranger, after horrifically dying. Wait, nope, that's the wrong notes. Hang on.
Yeah, that's the alternate universe. Sorry.
Hang on, wrong notes.
Alright, cool. How's that for you?
Yeah, I died. I don't
didn't
gotta
know
be
we
here.
I guess we're dead now, guys. GG, new game. Blow up the characters.
Here we go.
I can go take a nap now.
Here we go. After exploring more the ruined temple, the crew took a well-earned rest. While the others were resting, Starzin and Iris, the Vazorn rogue, took a rare moment to themselves, enjoying a brief date by descending down into the Underdark near the massive mushroom forest. They even took a swim in the river, surrounded by the surreal glow of the fungal life. Meanwhile, Sips drifted into an unusual dream, finding herself in the boots of Captain Mistral during her arrival on the island of Frostwind that was set ablaze by the Phoenix Kingdom during the Third Era. As smoke arose from the village, the dream ended in an unsettling image. A hulking figure silhouetted against the flames, its red eyes locked onto Sips from across the chaos. After awaking from their sleep, the crew pressed onwards, exploring the rest of the temple and uncovering a hidden cave draped in thick spiderwebs. It wasn't long before the lurking threat revealed themselves, and our adventurers find themselves locked in battle with giant spiders. After a fierce skirmish, they barely had time to catch their breaths before a colossal spider entered the fray. Though sheer grit and teamwork, they defeated the beast and even discovered a little friend trapped in the webs, a curious chewinga they properly named Chew.
Chew.
Choo-choo.
Not one to waste the opportunity, they harvested valuable parts from the colossal spider and made their way back to the surface. But the respite was short-lived as they returned to their ship only to find it under attack by an enemy vessel. And so, the adventure continues as you guys swiftly get on board as more cannonballs begin to fire in your direction.
Oh no. I
Yes.
wasn't ready for that.
Alrighty, so it has been a long while since we have done a ship-to-ship combat.
That's why I pulled up
Yeah.
the rules real quick, just to make sure I know them.
Yeah, I put. Oh my god, my roll has so much to read again. No. Ah.
I don't remember my roll. Where's my rolls things, Gunner? There it is.
As a
Oh, the cannons!
yeah, as a quick reminder of what role everybody has, Starzin, you are first mate. Brutus, you are the helmsman.
Hi.
Zilyana, you are the captain, and Sips, you are the gunner. While I'll be controlling one of the NPCs to be the lookout.
Alright.
Alright, so I believe we start off with rolling initiative. As you can see, your tokens are up in the right-hand corner, or the left-hand corner.
Ah, there you are. There I am.
Let's see here.
I'm the slowest in the universe.
I did a 13.
Damn,
I
that's
napped
not
the
one.
initiative.
Damn. And even then,
Ah.
no, somebody else beat you.
Even then, I'm faster than half of these fucks.
Yeah, it's almost like you got long slime legs and I've got short stubby legs. But
Yep.
you know, what the fuck do I know? rolling a 4 is my nat 1 compared to your 5.
6.2.
Alright, so, yes, as I go ahead and reread the rules as well, so that way we're all on the same boat on this one. Each character on the ship reprises their role when they roll initiative, depending on the ship. Some rolls, yada yada. So yes, everybody rolls initiative. By the way, what did everybody get?
I rolled a 10.
10.
6.2.
I rolled a 13.
I got a 4.
Brilliant.
I'm on the floor.
I am the floor.
I'm below the floor.
I'm in the walls.
Well, actually,
Oh.
that makes sense. On's on top of me,
Oh god, no, please
and I'm
don't
on
say
top
that.
of Boss.
No.
Because Boss is a filthy bottom.
Hey.
Alright, so I need to roll initiative for the ship you are fighting. As you can clearly see, as you arrive on board and you see all your crewmates that you left behind are rushing to and fro. Gale was at the helm. Bishop was taking... I'll say Bishop was taking the captain role for right now. Yeah. Shock Reyes was taking first mate, and essentially everybody else was taking the gunning position. And lookout.
Okay.
Alright.
So yes, as you climb on board, Shockrace is like, "Oh, you're back! Yeah, sorry. We meant to take care of the suitor, but we were quickly attacked by a pirate vessel. Glad to have you guys back on board.
He sounds too happy for this.
It is a good day to die.
It's been too long. It's been so long since Shockrace has been in a fight.
Yeah. It's been so long. It's been so long since most of these NPCs have been in a fight.
Enough chatter. Let's get going.
Alright, rolling initiative for the Berber?
The Berber?
The Berber? The Brig.
Is that their actual initiative?
Well, yeah, kind of. So,
That's so
Wow.
sad.
damn.
So you got some initiatives, Starzin.
Damn.
Alright, well, regardless. So yes, your ship has taken some damage. You're at 193 HP.
Mm-hmm.
I did some rolls offhand, because you guys did take a little bit of time before you guys submerged from the surface, so.
No, fair enough.
Alright. Starting off with Zilyana.
Yeah. I get to move the ship.
So as the
Or
role
no.
of the captain, you can do 4 things, but currently one of them is not available to you right now. You can brace for impact, which is, as an action, you command everyone to hunker down. Every creature on your ship has resistance to the weapon that to the ship's weapon that attacks a section until the beginning of your next turn. You can double time it, which can increase the speed. The helmsman can use its reaction to move the ship half its speed within the cone of movement. Which reminds me, I need to get your guys' cone of movement out real fast. There we go.
Okay, so that's the
Oh
cone.
yeah, I forgot that's a fucking weird thing.
And fire at will. You can use your action to declare a barrage. One gun of your choice can use its reaction to make one attack with the ship's weapon.
What is our? Oh wait, hold on. I know how to answer this question that I have. Where's the blacksmith? I'm kidding. There it is. There's the ship thing. I don't know how long the range of the guns are. So I don't know if we can fire right now
Like
or not.
150 feet from your location?
We're within range.
We're within range.
Yep, just barely.
Why do I hear the sound of a
Phone?
phone?
Not
I'm
me.
sorry, my mic apparently is picking up more sounds than I thought it ever could. That's in the next room.
Damn.
Where's Tim?
I will order to I'll flavor it as just yelling to return fire, but I'm gonna use fire at will.
Alright. Fire at will. So that means, Sips, you can use your reaction to fire one of your cannons.
I love firing cannons. Bitches love cannons. Which cannon? Wait, this is the wrong sheet.
No.
Black Rose. The Black Rose character sheet.
Alright, so the light cannon or the carronade?
It's up to on which one.
The light cannon can reach, right?
The light cannon can reach, yep.
Yeah, light cannon. The light cannon.
Light cannon. Nat 1.
Damn.
Are you?
Look,
Hmm.
I've rolled twice this session, and both times it's been a nat 1. It's not on me anymore.
Oh, dear God. Alright. Well, you know what that means, right?
My cannon explodes.
That means
I
roll a
die
D.
right here on the
roll
spot.
me that D. 100.
100.
I wish to fail the roll. I wish to fail the roll right now. Cannon explodes. I die. Game over.
No, not allowed.
Quit being a
So-
bitch.
Clyde, challenge. Don't kill anybody. Impossible.
Don't kill anyone. Okay, I kill self.
Alright.
You all have been in my games. Of course I have to try and kill someone.
But your belly aching. That's my job.
All right.
It's 65, by the way. It's 4
Okay.
points off of the perfect number.
Do
That's
that
fine.
ones and you can't even get the perfect number.
I know, right? So useless. Game might as well be over already.
All right. So essentially, you fire the cannon, and the cannonball itself basically fires off in a weird way, basically causing the cannon itself to not aim properly. Essentially, you will have disadvantage on you have disadvantage on that one cannon.
Is it until a while, or is it for the next shot, or is it for like until a certain amount of time?
Until you got it. Well, I mean, you can probably take an action to clean the cannon, so that way it doesn't have disadvantage anymore, or you can try and reset it and fire again, and hopefully the firing it again at disadvantage will clear up the what the problem is within the cannon.
Oh. Okay. So it's like a maintenance and clean it before you fire again, or it gonna be not so fun.
Up to
Because
you.
just, I mean, that's what it sounds like is gonna happen if we don't clean it. Is it's not gonna be a fun time.
It just
Which-
it just says disadvantage on your next attack with that, and because you guys have like 6 cannons for each one, I'm saying that one has disadvantage. So
So just one attack is with the disadvantage.
yes, after which it will reset back to normal.
Understandable. I guess that's up to the cannon, to the gunner, if they're gonna maintenance the cannon.
Yeah, it's up to me if I want to maintain my cannons. Like,
Gotta polish the cannon.
I believe that is it that you can do. Is that the end of your turn, Zilyana?
I mean, that's all I can do, right? As an action. I don't think I can do a bonus action.
Nah, pretty much no. Moving on down the line to Brutus. It is your turn.
Okay, I'm rereading all the actions I can do. Full speed, hard turn, match speed, and then just normal move.
Yeah, as an action, so yes, full speed ahead you can use your action to move your ship faster. As long as you don't turn, you can move the ship up to 1 1/2 times the normal speed in a straight line in the direction it is facing. You cannot rotate the ship when you complete this movement.
Okay.
Hard turn. You can use your action to hard turn instead of move normally. You can move 25 feet within your cone of movement and then rotate to the direction your ship is facing by twice your maneuverability cost, which you're a brig, so that means you have a 60-foot maneuverability. So basically, because this is also new to you, boss. So
Yeah, that's all new to me.
essentially, you can move. So you pick which side you pick which side you want to be in, and this is for example. Say you go here, you can move 90 degrees,
Oh, okay.
basically like that, or that way. Hard turn allows you to move another 25 or another. Yeah, basically you can try and turn the ship around as a hard turn.
Okay. Alright. And then match speed is basically matching up with their speed of movement, correct?
Yep.
Move your next turn. Yeah, that's what it says. And then there's standard move. It's just the normal maneuver move. Alright. I think for the betterment of the crew right now, we need to be... Well, one of our cannons is currently jammed. So we can either risk an attack with disadvantage, or I could get us closer and we could just try and bombard them closely.
Well, that's one side of the battery. So each battery on your brig has 6 cannons. Just the right side is down 1 cannon, technically.
Oh, okay. Okay, that actually makes me what I was going to do too. I was going to plan to do a hard turn and move the ship kind of completely around so that's the other side is showing. So
So
Sip's
you can
good.
move one square into whatever side you want to be in,
Mhm.
and then turn essentially 180 degrees.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so I do have control of the ship. Okay. So 25 be. So it'll be going up like this, and move that. I think. Oh no, wait. Be going up like this. Yeah. And then I go up further in, and then I do the turn.
No. You move 25 feet. So each square is 25 feet.
Okay.
So you just move into the square, which is
Here.
no, like right here.
Oh, okay.
The part you want to focus on that would be where your ship is at the very nose of the ship.
Okay.
So now you can rotate.
And rotate would either just be doing this, or it would just be
Yes.
me going. Okay. There.
All right, as you move in 25 feet and do a hard turn, turning the ship all the way around, you are now moving the other. You're on the left. Now your left-hand batteries are at the are targeting the brig.
Mm-hmm. Ships, you better not mess up this time. That's the
You know
end.
what? I
Oh,
forgot.
right?
I forgot to roll for lookout. I'll put you right there. Oh, 14.
Go even beyond all of us.
Well, you guys have a lookout. I just forgot to add it into the thing, so
Okay.
I'll say she can go right after you, boss, and then go from there.
Okay.
Alright, so Akane, as the lookout, has the following actions, which are 2. She can use her action to quickly take the range of the target and call out the information to the gun. The next gunner that uses the open fire action, it before the beginning of its next turn has advantage on the attack. There's also Sniper, but let's face it, she's probably not going to be using that anytime soon. Which is basically she takes a pot shot from the crow's nest with whatever gun or ranged weapon she has.
All right.
And
So
her range isn't very far.
yeah, so what she will do. So yeah, the next gunner that uses the open fire action. So yeah, she's gonna give advantage on one of the guns to Sips. So yeah, Sips, you have advantage on your next fire.
Alright. So I can broadside, right?
I think you might. Depends. I need to look at the range of the broadside.
That's what I'm trying to find too.
75 feet.
Okay, never mind.
Nope, 125 feet away. We need to get
Yeah.
closer.
So I just opened fire with advantage. I get a nat 20, obviously. No, it's 10. Oh wait, it's a 16 advantage.
Alright, so first attack is a 16. That will hit.
Alright. How many attacks do I get when I'm doing this?
You get as many that are in a battery, so 6 cannons and 1 cardinal.
Alright, so 1, 2,
Or carronade, not cardinal.
3. Can I get the advantage to the nat 20?
Nope.
4, 5, 6. Holy shit, I'm dodging low rolls. And then 1 carronade. The carronade is 11. So I got a 16, a 22, a 19, a 27, a 23, a 20 for my 6 light cannons.
Alright, so the first one does not hit. Second one will. Third, fourth, fifth, and sixth will hit. The carronade will not.
Alright. So we got 22. I don't know why it's rolling the crit. Am I rolling with advantage for some reason?
No. It's rolling the crit because because I didn't set up the thing to do that, because I don't like the way you set up your character sheet.
Okay, well, I guess it's 31.
Yep.
Without crit.
Okay.
That's a 12, 18, and my last hit is 26. Dealing a total of 109.
9.
Yeah, 108, it looks like. Yeah, 109. Okay.
Alright. Because they braced for impact last turn, that will be cut down to 54. Alright, so all together, he'll be taking 54 HP.
Murder time.
Starzin, it is now your turn.
All right. Okay. Let's see.
So while you're thinking about it, I'll go ahead and look over what the first mate can do for the audience. So the first mate can do a plethora of things. One of them is direct manpower. You can use your action to direct 2 NPC sailors to take the bale water, extinguishing flames, or patch leak action. You can also direct 2 sailors to fetch an item from below deck and perform other simple tasks of your choice. Section repair. You can direct a team of 4 NPCs to repair a wreck or damaged section of the ship. At the beginning of your next turn, that section regains 10 hit points and is no longer wrecked. Of course, such repairs are temporary stopgaps, and heavy damage will still require extensive repair. Or you could take the heave-ho action. When you give the order as an action, everyone moves to perform their duties with haste. This ability requires at least 6 NPC sailors. Until the beginning of your next turn, the ship gains the following benefits. Each gunner on the ship can make 1 additional weapon attack when they take the open fire action. Alternatively, if a gunner uses a broadside attack, this attack can be used against again starting at the beginning of their next round. The ship moves up. The ship movement speed is increased by 100 feet, up to a maximum of half their movement speed, and a crew member can extinguish 2 flames, patch 2 leaks, and pail twice as much water as an action. Once you use this ability, you cannot use it again until at least half of the crew have finished a short or long rest.
Yeah. And we don't really have any desperate repairs or manpower to direct and heave ho. I'm not sure now is the time to use that. So I'm kind of stumped.
I have an idea, but this is depending on things. Is it possible that we could hold our actions until a certain requirement meets, like normal combat, in this form?
I'm gonna say no, because that I feel like can get complicated fast.
Okay, it was just a simple question.
Didn't you say at one point that I also had the ability to command the crew's mages at one point?
Oh yeah, that is the thing that I gave you. Essentially, you can command, I don't know, maybe one of them to cast a spell if it's within their range.
which 125 is probably really pushing it.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe Metra might have something. I'm not 100% sure. It depends on how far a firebolt spell can go.
Fireball is
Yeah,
your 125.
Unfortunately, that just 5 feet short.
Yeah, so there really isn't much I can do here, unfortunately.
I said firebolt, not fireball.
I mean, unless, okay, clarify something. So I can only use section repair if the section is already wrecked, correct?
Yes.
Or can I? So, unless a section is like in desperate need of repair, I can't really use it to just put extra hit points back into the ship.
Let's see here. Currently there are no fires, so there's nothing to be extinguished. Certain weapons create a leak, which I don't think a light cannon can do that, so far you're pretty good. Repair... I guess you could repair. You could add more HP to it.
Yeah, because reasonably that's the only thing I can do at this point. So, I'll spend my action to order immediate repairs of the ship.
Alright. Okie dokie. As an action, you can direct a team of 4 NPCs. Okay, so yeah, you go ahead and you get 4 NPCs to go over and start patching up the ship. And at the beginning of your next turn, that section will gain 10. Okay, so next round, the ship will get 10 HP.
Best I can do.
Yep. Alright, so speaking of which, it is the enemy crew's turn. Alright, so the captain will go ahead and do this maneuver, and then the helmsman will go ahead and continue on forward to roughly about that way, about 125 feet in, and then he's going to maneuver the ship to where it's that way. Yep, still within the cone. That's still within sight. So essentially, so you guys were like parallel to each other. Originally, the ship, your ship was going one direction. This ship was going the other direction, and then Brutus gave a hard turn, so that way you're both going the exact same direction. The enemy brig went forward and then turned downwards, so that way. Yeah, basically, the nose of your ship is facing towards one of the batteries of the enemy ship.
Ah.
And with that, they are going to go ahead and fire.
Brr.
Let's see how things go. By the way, let me know if you guys can see these rolls.
I can't.
I haven't been able to see them.
Perfect. Alright, so first cannon, second cannon, third cannon, fourth cannon, fifth cannon, and sixth cannon. And the carronade. Alrighty, so first cannon was the first cannon misses.
Yeah.
The second cannon misses as well.
Yeah.
Third cannon gets a nat 1.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and roll the D100 to see what it gets. That's a low one. Okay. That actually fucking saved you. Alright. One of the gunners had lost focus during the whole thing as splinters of wood just comes out and just hits them in the face. They lost focus, and the next attack roll that they make was with disadvantage, which was a nat 20 down to an 11.
Oh,
Damn.
oh, that was close.
The second one, or sorry, not the second one, the fifth one will hit. The sixth one will also hit. And the carronade will also hit. Okay, we got that one, and that one. Alright, so, first bit of damage, you will be taking 22 points of bludgeoning.
Okay, good.
The second one, the second one that fired will be dealing 23 points of bludgeoning. And the last one will be taking 36 points of bludgeoning.
Ooh, that's not good.
Alrighty. As that happens, so that was the captain, the first mate, then the gunsman, the helmsman did his move. The lookout will go ahead and do his sniper thing, and that will be the end. Well, not the sniper thing, the finding range thing, and that'll be the end of the brig's turn. Zilyana, it is your turn.
So how dumb would it be if we decided to ram them in the side?
Very dumb, considering you don't have a thing that does ramming. Oh shit, that was the thing I was gonna add to the shipyard. Or have I done that already? I would need to look at that. But as it is right now, your ship can't ram unless you want to take damage onto the ship as well, because this was not meant to be a ramming ship.
Then I will... I guess fire at will is another idea. Because I don't... Well, no. Hold on.
Keep in mind, you took a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, because brace for impact is only going to help the people, not the ship.
That's what that... Yeah, that would help the ship.
Yeah, that's
Because here's the thing, last round, the brig's captain did brace for impact, and...
No, it doesn't. Every creature on your ship has resistance to the ship's weapons that attack a section until the beginning of your turn. It doesn't make the ship resistant.
I'm saying it does, because otherwise these battles would just get over quickly, and you all would fucking die if that was the case. So I'm allowing brace for impact, reduce the damage, or have resistance to damage on that turn.
Okay, then keep in mind after the session to rewrite that word. Rewrite
Yeah, I was about to say, because now with that description, I would have done that very first thing instead of fire at will. I guess brace for impact then.
Alright,
Yeah.
You go ahead and yell out brace for impact as the crew members go ahead and basically get ready for impact to happen. Brutus, it is your turn.
Oh, that did not really help us well. Quick question, do we have anything in our back of the ship that we can fire at?
No,
Or
you
it's-
guys do not have... basically, what you guys have on your ship character sheet is what you have.
Okay.
And none of them are in places of...
At most, your carronade would be the only thing that would... If you stay right there where you're at, the carronade would be the only one that would be able to hit the brig.
Turning, doing a quick turn wouldn't do anything. Getting in front of them we could just... No, we wouldn't. We don't want to get in front of them directly. That would be bad. They could ram us.
Do they have a ram? That's the question.
They do not.
So ramming them would be advantageous for them if they try to ram us.
I
no,
think
it wouldn't.
I think ramming's just gonna hurt anyone and everyone as hard as it can right now.
Yeah, if
Keep in mind, you can move anywhere in this side.
Okay.
Like, all this you can access.
That's the case then. I would like to do standard move, and I have how much movement? 50?
You can move anywhere within inside the circle, anywhere within inside, as long as the tip. So essentially, you could move right here. That's the thing you could do. or right here. It's only the tip of the ship that needs to be inside the cone.
Okay, then I have an idea. The ship is going to move south downwards, just near the edge of the cone, but like that. Would that work?
I don't
For
think
the
it
cannon?
does, because I think you can only rotate the ship at 90 degrees, considering that's what the maneuverability is of the ship.
Okay.
You don't have to rotate.
Oh, I don't have to rotate?
No.
But this side's already been damaged. I think right there's good. Right there's good?
It's up to you, Helmson.
One hand, don't like them facing us. On the other hand, they don't have cannons in the front as far as I know, right?
They have carronades, but that's only one gun.
Okay. But what
You
we
can
have,
only get one shot.
they can only have one shot, while we still have a whole broadside cannon we could use.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm good here. I think I'm good here.
A broadside and a carronade.
Yeah, we still have the side battery. We would still have the side battery plus everything else.
Okay. I think I'm good here.
We
Bruce,
wouldn't be able to broadside.
the...
We wouldn't be able to broadside, but we have the battery.
How close would you have to be for a broadside?
We have to be. We would have to be right here, because the range of a broadside is half the range, the normal range, and half of that is 75 feet. So we would have to be. So the ship would have to be right here to do a broadside.
Yeah.
Sips, how lucky do you feel?
How lucky.
Sips,
Yep.
how lucky do you feel?
Not really lucky right now, but I guess we can go.
I don't like the sound of that confidence, so no, I'm gonna stay a bit further away. Hope for the best that they don't do any turn shit and start doing broadsides on us.
They are.
I feel so insane.
I just sowed the seeds of doubt more, didn't I?
You did. Like
All right,
on one hand, I want
what are you doing? Time is ticking.
It's up to you, boss. I will play based on whatever you do. I really love just broadsiding, by the way.
I know you do. But we got damaged pretty bad. If we're broadsided again, we might be in danger. Oh boy. But you did hold down, so it's gonna take half damage. Oh.
Alright.
Okay,
About to say, 6 minutes remaining.
there, done.
Committing to it.
You know what? Right. Oh no, wait. We could still hit it with our main our side cannon, the front cannon right here, right?
Yes,
we
you
should.
can.
Okay, here. Good.
All right,
I'm done. I'm off my keyboard.
All right. Your left side battery is facing towards the brig that is pointing downwards. So, moving on to you guys are doing a broadside attack, right? Next.
That's what it seems to be doing.
Perfect range for it.
All right. So in that case, then Akane cannot give you advantage because broadside attacks negate that.
Boy, oh boy, that's a fun thing.
Oh, yeah. To be fair, broadside attacks do a shit ton of damage.
Yeah.
Alright, so in that case, then Akane does essentially nothing. As we move down to Sips. Clyde?
Alright, I'm sorry. I am doing 50 things. It is my turn. Yeah, how close am I?
75 feet.
Close enough to do a broadside.
Ooh, close enough to do a broadside? I would love to. Okay. We are going to broadside right the fuck now. How many, you know what? That's a 13. Wait, did I get advantage on this?
You cannot get advantage on broadside attacks.
Oh, wait, I can't. Alright, that's fine. So broadside gets how many rolls, or is it just one?
It is Let me go ahead and read this for you. Broadside attack is a special attack that does not add your dexterity modifier to the attack roll. Instead, you add the number of guns in the battery to the roll. A broadside attack can't have disadvantage, nor can it gain any other bonuses to the attack roll. If your attack rolls meet or exceeds the target's AC, you hit the target a number of times equal to the differences. Instead of rolling rolling the normal damage, you take the average of the broadside attack.
So I miss, I think.
Yeah,
Wait,
13.
you have a thing.
What thing?
Does inspiration count?
Oh yeah, I guess you could use inspiration.
Do I have inspiration? I don't. Oh wait, it's on Black Rose. Yes, I do have inspiration. I will use my inspiration.
All right. I guess that brings up the question: do you want to take the 22, or do you want to re-roll?
I want to take the 22.
Alrighty. So, all right. So all 6 cannons would hit. So hang on, before you roll the attack roll, you would take the average, which the average for a light cannon is automatic 22 points of damage. So, let's see here, 22 times 6, 132 points of damage.
Alright.
Which they will be taking half of that, dealing 66. And as that happens, you see... Let me go ahead and look at some of the parts of the ship. Yeah, I'll say that took out their mast, so you see their lookout basically collide into the water.
Yeah, now shoot him while he's down.
Their stern is in the back, so that wouldn't hit. However, where's the bow of the ship? That's in the front, right?
The
Yeah.
bow is the front.
Yeah.
That was the front.
Yeah, that took a shit ton of damage as well. I'll say that wrecked the carronade as well. Basically making their carronade inoperable. And the main deck. I'll roll a D6. If I could find one. There we go.
If I had one!
Alright, they lose 3 of their guns.
Oh,
Keep in mind, that's 3 out of 12.
Hey,
hey, that makes it 9 now.
Yeah.
Less shooties.
Actually, you know what? I'll roll another D6. I'll say that's the left cannon. That's the left battery.
Oh.
Why are all these fucking D6 at the bottom of my cup?
I don't know. Why are they all?
They're at the bottom of the barrel.
Alright,
I don't
so they lose 1 gun on the right cannon. They lose 3 guns. Actually, no, sorry. They lose 3 guns on the left cannon, and they lose 1 gun on the right.
Ooh.
Alright. Oh yeah, you still have a carronade. Sips.
Yep. I will be firing it right now. Carronade.
Carronade.
23, that hits. I know that hits. I know that hits.
I mean, if a 22 hit, a 23.
For 43 damage.
43 divided by 2, that's 21, taking 21 points of damage. Starzin, it is your turn.
Oh boy. We are in the tidiest of tight spots. I believe it is a time for a heave-ho.
Oh,
Heave! Ho!
Eve the hoe.
What is this crew made of, Jack Frosts?
No, we're made of frost jacks. I've got a jack you can frost.
What the fuck?
I've got a Jack Frost as well.
There's
Yeah, that's gonna be
here.
what I'm doing. Heave-ho.
Alright, heave ho. Thieves and beggars.
Never shall we die. Damn
I
it.
felt more
Oh god,
confident.
no,
in
we
my
got VOD
ability-
muted.
We got VOD muted?
Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Alright, heave ho. Let me go ahead and read up what that does again. Alright, so next turn, the gunner, the gunner, the ship, and the crew are basically hasted.
Yep.
Alright.
Meaning the previous broadside effect is now negated.
That reminds me,
Pasty, pasty.
you got 10 HP back.
Okay.
Did you put that on or
I just did. You're up to 22 HP.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Ridoki. Alright, so with that case then, it is now the enemy ship's turn.
can it even move with a destroyed mast?
That's a good question, Mega Man. Hang on. Wreck 2 leaks. The ship speed is reduced by 1/4 its maximum speed. So 1/4 of. Oh god, math. Why? Alright. Brig's speed is 5 squares per movement, which is down. I'll just say they can only move 1 square. It's the stern that needs to be hit by a cannon in order for them to not move. So
Okay.
they'll go right there, and they'll rotate. Actually, no, they'll be rotating the other way.
I was saying, they fucking pulled a quick ass U-turn.
Like, run away!
That's not what I was thinking. They were coming towards us if they went the way I was seeing.
Don't run, you'll only die tired.
With this position that they are in, they're now parallel, about 50 feet ahead of you. They will go
Right.
ahead and fire 5 of their guns.
Yeah.
You know what? They're gonna be daring. They're gonna say "fuck you." They're gonna do a broadside attack.
Oh. Okay, they're getting spicy.
Well, at 25, will sure as hell hit.
Ow.
Damn it.
Alright, gotta do math. They only have 5 guns, so.
Yeah, technically by reducing the amount of guns, we just defanged them a little.
Times 5, that's 110. Zilyana used Brace for Impact, so that's divided by 2. You guys take 55 points of damage.
Yeah.
As
I
they
did the good
barrage you with the cannons that they have remaining. Oh, that reminds me, they do get 10 HP back. The captain will go ahead and do his thing because you guys are fucking honestly, it's actually neck and neck when it comes to your guys' HP. Alright,
That's the terrifying part, because if our ship dies, we get fucked.
that or you get another ship. Alright, Zilyana, it is now your turn.
Yeah. I want to, seeing as we are fucking getting wrecked, I want to, as just like a free action of talking, can I just see if I can command someone to do repairs? Just be like, yell out, like, someone get to repairs.
I think that is a first mate thing.
Oh.
Well,
Well, then can I just tell him to call for someone to do repairs? Cause like we are hurt.
you can do that as a free action.
Okay.
You could basically,
And then
you could basically tell Starzin that we need repairs now.
yeah. And then I want to brace for impact once more.
All right. Will do. Helmsman.
Okay. Oh boy. We're getting neck and neck here.
Actually, I should probably see if your guys' ships took any damage as well.
Yeah, that will be a good idea. This may change what I had ideas with.
Yeah, I'll definitely say your mast got wrecked as well.
Ah, shit.
So you can only move an extra 10 feet. Your bow definitely took a heavy hit, but it's not wrecked yet. So you're good on that.
So we
Rectum in
could-
the rectum.
So we can only move 10 feet, like 1 square.
1 square unless they do a double speed, which essentially
Unless I do full speed ahead.
which can essentially move you 2 squares essentially.
Yeah, so heave ho really doesn't help you here.
Well, I think it does. I mean,
Well, the ship's basically because I did it, the ship's movement increases by 100 feet up to a maximum of half its movement speed.
I'll say you can move 3 squares.
Okay, so if I did do like full speed, we would move 3 squares ahead.
Yeah, if you do full speed along with the heave ho and your movement speed already, I'll say you can do that. As for your cannons, I do need to roll that real fast. Okay, so you lose 2 guns on your left and 1 gun on your right. The carronades are still operable because the bow of the ship has not been destroyed.
Okay. Wait a minute, I have a question. If I did match speed, will the speed bonus of Heave-Ho still last? As long as I'm still staying between the two, as long as I'm staying between the distances we are now, would that still be in effect?
Your ship can move at the same rate and direction as another ship instead of moving normally. Choose 1 ship that you can see until the beginning of your next turn. Your ship moves when that ship does and attempts to maintain the same distance at this angle. If the target is more maneuverable or use hard turn to perform a movement, you can use your normal capabilities of this effect. So the thing is, they're down a thing already.
Yeah, we're down thing.
So regardless of what happens, you guys would just be moving in parallel with each other. So,
I would say just take advantage of the extra speed right now.
Okay, that's fair. But we wouldn't be able to hit with our carronades, could we? If I move 3 spaces ahead?
Yeah, you can still hit with the carronade.
Okay, then I'll do that. Full speed, damn ahead. Full speed ahead! That's there.
Alright, as you move 75 feet forward, gaining ahead of the pirates. Alright, Kane yells down, "Are we doing another broadside?"
Yes.
Alright. And we'll just stay up there. Oh wait, no, she falls into the water. I forgot, her mast is down.
Oh yeah.
But don't worry, she's a waterbender.
Yeah, she just immediately gets back on the ship.
I'll say that was her action. She basically gets back onto the ship.
Okay.
But she is currently out of the fight because of the fact that the mask is down. Sips. You have 2 operable,
That's terrible.
2 inoperable cannons.
Yeah. I believe that... Yeah, I do believe that, Starzin, you have an inspiration.
Inspire.
I
got
do.
22 on the other side of that.
Oh. Yeah, I'm using inspiration.
Oh.
Alright, so 22
100%.
times
100%.
6. 132 divided by 2. Oh, it doesn't even fucking matter for them, huh?
Yeah, I'm just flavoring the inspiration of while I'm heave-hoing, I'm basically just helping give the firing orders.
Alright, as you do so, these barrage of cannons, what left that you have, go ahead and basically bombard the brig that's across from you, as basically bouts of fire just explodes on top of the deck. So this brings up the interesting question, Zilyana.
Yeah.
Do you want to board the ship, or do you want to sink the ship?
That's a really good question. But my initial thing is I want to board them.
Well, you're the captain.
Alright. I'll just yell out, "Prepare a boarding party, we're going aboard."
Alright, so with that being said, you go ahead and get up close to the ship and you begin to board. I am gonna need you to roll me. Let's see here. Boarding party, boarding meet. You can use your action as captain to form a boarding party when you choose to be part of. Actually, does this thing have boarding? I don't think they do. Yeah, I don't think they have a boarding mechanic in this book that I have. Oh, wait.
Yeah, they do.
Might.
They do. Because I have the book also pulled up. Sometimes you're...
Yeah. Sometimes your objective in ship-to-ship combat requires you to come aboard a hostile vessel. You can board another vessel, and both ships are within 25 feet of each other, and the pilot of your ship is matching speed in the other. Alternatively, you can board if both ships have collided. Yeah, whatever. When you do so, a number of crew members can join the boarding party, leaving their original role. The boarding party and any hostile creatures roll their own initiative, which takes parallel to ongoing ship combat. Combat as a boarding party in the number of normal... Okay, so basically it just goes back into actual D&D combat, which I remember doing and I wasn't a big fan of. I kind of like the simpler rolls of basically you need to hit a DC and a number of DCs equals a successful boarding.
A lot of stuff. A lot of words there.
Essentially, I need you to roll me a intimidation, persuasion, or a intimidation, persuasion, or performance of your choice.
Okay. Intimidation. Bam. That is a 25.
All right. Go ahead and roll again.
Okay. That's a 19.
All right. One more time.
That's a 13.
All right. That's fine. Basically, 2 out of 3 of those were successes.
Yay.
All right. So you go ahead and you board the party, and as basically the extra NPCs that were on the crew go ahead and hop out and basically and quickly take control of the enemy ship, bringing all the pirates to basically to a halt as you basically assassinate some of the essential crew members and bring the captain to heel.
All right. I want to look at the captain. Captain. Wow, he is a captive now. He's a captain. He's a captain. Sorry, really bad joke. I want to look at him, and I essentially want to ask him. I'm not gonna be able to do the voice good right now, so I just really want to ask him. It's like, what do you think you're doing attacking us when we're not even able to defend ourselves? It's like he basically is like, what are you thinking? You got yourself into the situation. What are you gonna do now? Like what's your reply?
Uh,
I want to point out that he fucked up too.
it's actually a she. It is a Goliath.
Okay.
It is a Goliath, a storm Goliath to be more precise. As she looks up at you, is like, saw ship just floating about. Saw the lack of crew. I thought it was ripe for the picking.
Seems like your intuition and decision making is pretty off there.
Looks at your ship. Yeah, I think if we had another round, we could have taken you. You just got lucky.
Maybe not. But that's not the route we're going down now.
You're gonna kill me, then just kill me already.
Nah. Death is too good. Death is too easy. I'm going to capture you and bring you in somewhere else.
Pirate hunters. As I'm gonna take it that you go ahead and you start basically wrangling up some of the crew members and the captain.
No, captain only. Execution orders for the rest of the crew.
Ooh.
And we're gonna leave the ship afloat, sitting there, as it slowly maybe sinks itself, but as a message to everyone else, essentially. Dead bodies slain across the board, the top deck, sitting there slowly sinking. Anyone comes by, yeah, you know.
Huh.
Am I out there?
I'll say you are, yeah.
I will be right back.
I would say, Captain, are you sure that's the right decision?
In this scenario, in this case, yes. If it was a different tale, if she wasn't the way she is, if they didn't do what they did, they might have had more mercy. But no, not this time. I promise you next time, though, if it's under different circumstances, I will act with a lot more mercy than this one.
I need you to roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuasion. That's a 24.
Alright. Bishop, Gaines, Gale, Harvey, Javnung, obviously, Iris, and Chakreus accommodates this as they... Well, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Goddamn, this is actually difficult. Hold on. I know Iris would because she's not particularly, the honorable type. Gale has dealt with pirates, so Gale wouldn't care as much, considering the fact that, they're pirates. Chakreus is honorable, per se, so I don't think he would.
Can I make a counter argument to him that why be honorable when we were met face first with dishonor? Our backs were turned and we were shot in the back. We only defended ourselves.
Because it's not right.
Okay, clan warfare.
Sips is also standing back. She's not gonna go through with the order. She won't interfere, but she's not gonna go through with the order.
Chakreus will go ahead and hand a couple of the people some swords. Is like, I would rather fight fair. And, with the CR that they are at, with what he is, they're quickly killed, but at least they had weapons in their hands and not tied up. Bishop follows orders, because that is what he knows, and you are the captain. So he will follow the order to a T. Gaines, you know his history, and his beef with pirates, he will also follow that order. Harvey doesn't give a shit.
I was gonna say, I don't think that one really cared as much.
Verakus definitely does not intervene with this affair, but he does look at you a bit wearily, and so does Jim.
That's fine.
Yeah, I stand to the side as well, by the way. I'm not following the order, but I'm not interfering.
Eventually, as you guys, quickly dispatch the crew members, which there were very few of to begin with. You go through... I'm assuming you search the ship, right?
Yeah.
So you go ahead and you search the ship, and you actually find the captain's wanted poster.
Wait. She's kept her own wanted poster with her? I mean that's not a down thing. It just made me laugh. I don't know why.
I mean, it makes sense. Most outlaws would consider that a badge of honor, especially if it's a high bounty.
What's it say?
Captain Mara Bloodstorm Sorn. Storm Goliath woman, female, 37. Crimes: leading violent raids on caravans and villages, extortion of racketeering, multiple counts of murder and assault, and destruction of property.
Man, everything sounded so bad, and then there's just destruction of property, which is so innocent, and then when you take into account the rest of it...
Sorry, destruction of government property.
Still, it's
And who cares about government property?
yeah, really, who does?
On the bounty, they are considered a 4-star. Yeah, they're considered a 4-star threat, meaning that her bounty is worth 5,000 gold pieces.
Jeez. All right.
Something to keep in mind. Pirates are not all pirates are Luffy. Sometimes they could be crocodiles.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I was also. I'm not gonna lie. This is not beneath my character, but also me as a player. I've kind of only a little bit tired of being nice, and I'm like, all right, let's open up the floodgates a little bit of what my character's like.
Yeah, that's fine. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
No,
this is story building. If my character doesn't fit with yours, I will ask the DM for a character change.
Also, this did make my character mad just for the fact of, we were underwater, backs were turned, get shot in the back. That's why my character's mad. That's why my character made her decision, which I'm not saying that, not defending it. I'm just, it's more or less my character feels like it's justified to do these actions. But I'm going to take the poster with me. I don't know, that brings a lot of ideas. And I, as a player, she probably won't like us still, but I was wondering if we could just hire her and be her the one to go out and just kill people, but that's probably not going to happen.
Probably not.
I don't know. We can lock her up and create a decision eventually. Yeah. I'm going to take the wanted poster with me and look for anything else. If there's nothing else of interest, I'm going to go back to our ship.
I'm gonna be overseeing the hauling of any other goods that are useful.
All right, give me 1 sec. Let me go ahead and pop in my notes real fast.
Everyone thought I was gonna be nice this time. I liked the responses.
I'll be honest. I
craved this response.
I had to get food. Food came in early, so sorry.
Honestly, I just find it funny that you just decided, no, I'm going full commissar today.
See, it came to mind as soon as he asked, "Do you want to sink it or board it?" I'm like, I know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna do both.
No. I'm gonna leave it there. If the damage isn't too extensive, or if it is, maybe it'll just slowly sink. But we're gonna leave it floating in the ocean with all this damage, with all the dead bodies slain across the top deck. We're gonna leave it there as a message. That's the goal.
Alrighty, so I will go ahead and give you what you guys looted up from this real fast. I need to take a look at one more thing.
Starzin, are you going to keep track of this, or should I?
I'm first mate. That's my job.
Okay.
Stay in your lane, buddy.
I got it. I just simply asked.
Alright, so you guys get 10 days of modest food. Crew size rations. So 10 days worth of modest food. Along with 10 barrels of water.
10 barrels of water.
And 3 barrels of rum.
Barrels of water. How many barrels of rum?
3.
Okay.
You get a spyglass.
A spyglass?
Yeah.
I will personally hold on to that.
Let's see here. You get 60 cannonballs.
60 cannonballs. Okay, that's okay. Hold on, I need to get my calculator. Okay.
All right, so 60 cannonballs. Let's see here. About 60 cannonballs. About 60. About 6 50-foot rope.
Okay, 6 50-foot rope.
Yeah, 6 50-foot rope.
Oh, nice. Okay, next.
Did I say that each piece of lumber would be like a point of HP or something like that?
That if you did, that was so long ago. I don't think many of us would remember.
I think I did say that, and in that case, then you guys get roughly about 30 pieces of lumber. So 30, you can basically get up to, with the lumber that you have 55 HP that you can give back to the ship.
Okay.
Go ahead and add 20 more square yards of canvas for the sails.
So we're up to 30. What square yard? Next.
Let's see here. As they kind of were dealing in the black market trade.
I'm sorry, you just gave me a really bad idea. I want to sell her to the black market. And that's where I'm going to say no to myself.
Yeah, even if you wanted to, you couldn't, considering the fact that they don't. Her type of Goliath cannot be sold. You're looking for those of the Phoenix Kingdom variety.
What about organs?
I feel like this is going down a dark road for Zilyana.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just asking out of general curiosity. Do they take organs? This is a promise.
Really?
I'm not doing it because of my character.
Not
They don't.
really, no.
Okay, so everyone you hear that means our kidneys can't be stolen in the middle of the night.
Well, yeah, we're not doing organ harvesting for fuck's sake. I think that's crossing a line.
I'm not saying we are. I'm saying now we know our kidneys can't be.
No. I'm saying for the campaign. That's like crossing a line of like too real.
Yeah. Alright, so the next thing is you get 5 cartridges of Devil Weed cigars.
Whoa.
5 cartridges?
Basically, each cartridge is a pack of 5.
Okay.
So 25 cigars total.
Cartridge of Devil cigars.
Would you like to roll me a intelligence history check?
I can if you give me a minute. Okay. And each cartridge has how many?
5.
1 cartridge is 5 cigars. Just want to put that in there. Okay. Yes, now I will roll that intelligence. Sir, what kind? I'm sorry?
History.
History, I can do that. That is an 18, my friend.
You've heard of these things. You've heard of these. These are basically illegal cigars that are mostly found in the Phoenix Kingdom. These cigars are basically potent plants with a dark, twisted leaf that emits a faint, alluring glow. When dried in smoke, it induces a temporary altered state of... I have no idea what the fuck.
Altered state of... I don't know, what the fuck.
Consciousness? Yeah, I think that's consciousness. Oh. Anyways, yeah, an altered state of consciousness. Basically, whenever you smoke a Devil Weed cigar, it gives you a boost to your charisma stat.
Mm-hmm.
While under the influence, you gain advantage on all charisma-based skills, including on all charisma-based skills.
Okay.
And you also gain advantage on charisma saving throws against being frightened or charmed. Basically, these are confidence boosters. But on the flip side, these are technically drugs. So there is a downside to it. As for what it is, you do not know.
No, I'm just laughing because you're calling them confidence boosters.
I mean, that's technically what they are.
No. It's the other confidence booster.
I see.
Doing.
So yeah, basically you smoke one. You smoke one
And
every.
you get more charismatic.
Yep. It lasts for essentially 1 hour. So yeah,
Okay.
there you go. Now it's off to go over the money you guys get. Because they were stashing money.
Yeah.
I'll definitely say this was a challenge rating. Yeah, I'll say that's like a. So yeah, it's a 5. Go ahead. Somebody roll me. We'll go ahead and get the money out of the way. So I'm gonna say Clyde.
Hi.
Roll me 2d6.
7.
All right,
Oh, pretty
so
average.
that's 700. That's 700 copper pieces.
700 copper. Logged in the ship.
All right, Brutus, roll me 2d6.
Got it. Aw, 2
Snake eyes.
snake eyes. Damn.
All right, that is 2,000 silver pieces.
Okay, done.
Starzin, roll me 6d6.
What? Oh.
All right, so
That's actually a pretty average roll for me. 3 1s and 3 4s.
that will be 1,500 gold pieces.
Okay, so
1,500 to 1,500, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
1,500 is 1,500.
It is so rare for me to use that kind of lingo when it comes to money.
Continue, because I understand it. It's my way.
All right. Now, last but not least, Zilyana, roll me 3d6
Okay. 13.
and 130 platinum pieces.
Jeez. Let's see if I can get higher for shits and giggles. No.
130 platinum pieces, you said?
130. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go
I'm done.
ahead. Zilyana, one more time. Roll me a D100.
Oh shit, okay. Fucking Wimdy with a 33.
33.
I like 3s anyway, so I got double 3s.
Starzin, go ahead and roll me 3d6.
Double
Roger,
3s
Roger.
for these double Ds. Oh my god.
14.
All right,
I'll roll double 5s, actually.
All right, you get 14 gemstones, each worth 50 gold pieces each.
14 gemstones.
Well, subtract that, make that 13 because of Iris's cut.
Gemstones, 13, worth 50.
Yep, 50 each. And Brutus, roll me a d6.
All right. Can't be worse than snake eyes. Yeah, 5.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it.
Dang it.
Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it.
Alright, so that's 5 magic items. Alright,
Oh.
well, quotations magic items.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking break them. I'm kidding.
You know what? For this one, everybody roll a d100.
Ah?
Okay.
I'll roll the 5th one.
Oh?
All right.
Okay.
Let's go gambling.
Let's go.
Ah, dang it.
Aw, dang it.
Okay,
Aw,
there's
dang
a
it.
63. I'm gonna roll mine. A
God
22.
dang it.
I don't like that number. Can I waste my inspiration to roll the 100 again?
You don't have an inspiration.
Yeah, do my sheet says she'll listen to me. Shut up.
You know what?
All right.
Because you came back from a hurricane, I'll say you can have an inspiration. Why not?
Yeah, can I use it to reroll the 100?
If you want to, sure, go for it.
Yeah, I do. Alright. 53. I like that number more than 22. I don't like the 2 2s.
All right, and I rolled a 90. Sorry, no, not a 90. I was looking at the thing wrong.
I can't stop winning.
Actually, no, that is a
No,
97.
please stop winning.
All right, so Sips with your 63. Got a cantrip scroll. Give me a... I'll let ChatGPT give me a random one. There's just too many to fucking go through.
Wow. Fucking getting lazy, are we?
You did damn right. He is the laziest motherfucker.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Let's see here. You get a scroll of minor illusion.
All right, I'm gonna put these in the ship. So
Okay.
scroll of minor illusion.
Brutus, you get a healing potion.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
fine,
now do you
Rafa.
want that to go to the ship or do you want that to go to one of us?
I'll leave it to the ship.
All right, healing potion. Next.
Alright, for you got an 80. You get a first level spell scroll.
The fuck
What?
did he get?
He gets a magic missile scroll.
God hates. If that isn't a sign that God hates me, I don't know what does. I don't know what is.
No, okay, so you weren't here. So Starzin has 6 magic missile scrolls that he got from Metra that he has not used once.
Oh, and he just got a 7th one?
Yep, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and just put. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on my sheet.
Alright, for a
Lucky number
50...
7.
Alright, so for a 53, that is another cantrip scroll.
Yay.
This cantrip will be... Oh. Mending.
Oh shit.
Alright, you got a mending cantrip.
I'll
Oh,
put that with the ship so if anyone really needs it.
that reminds me. Even though it says that the wizard cannot add cantrips to their spellbook, I'm gonna say fuck that because I think that's dumb. Also because Baldur's Gate, wizards can add cantrips to their fucking spellbook if it's from the if it meets the criteria.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I just thought that was dumb that they didn't do that in the first place. Lastly, my 97 is a greater healing potion.
All right. Anything else?
Nope. That'll be it.
All right. All that is logged and put into the ship.
As you go ahead and display the dead corpses of these pirates on the ship as you light it aflame and have it set sail in a random direction of your choice as you make your way to Everglow Island. This is where we'll take a bit of a break.
Okay.
Goody.
All right.
We will be right back in a hot minute. And we're back! Alrighty.
All right.
So, you guys got done with dealing with some pirates. You put the captain of the pirates into the brig, and you continue to sail north to the Everglow port.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It is a 3 days travel. So this brings up the question, as you guys travel, what exactly do you guys do?
Fuck, that music threw me off. No, like, I legitimately thought something else did another room of the house.
No. Alright.
Sorry. Starzin's kind of just going to be making sure that everything in the ship is going to hold until they get to port, making repairs where he needs to.
Yeah, the first thing that was immediately mended with Metra using her spell is to get the mast up so that way you guys can sail, but the damages still remain.
Needs a thorough fix.
Yeah, it needs a complete thorough fix, but at least you guys can move normally now.
Okay, good.
Some of the cannons are fine. It was just the fact that they were due to the fact that the top deck was attacked heavily. They were askewed, meaning making it to where they couldn't fire directly at the enemy. So that's why they were considered down.
Okay.
You got a couple of leaks, but Metra is definitely mending those, so the leaks are pretty much gone, and the rest of the NPCs are essentially paling out the water that's within. No fires, though, so that's a bright side.
Yay! No fire.
That's good. But yeah, that's pretty much what Starzin's going to be doing, and then after making sure the damage is assessed, he's going to be overlooking everybody, just checking to make sure nobody was seriously injured.
Surprisingly enough, nobody was injured. A couple of them may have gotten scrapes it's not too serious. But other than that, everybody seems to be pretty much on the up and up.
Cool beans.
You do notice that the air is a little bit off.
Tense?
Yeah, a bit tense. Especially considering that some of them who were a part of the boarding party weren't prepared for that amount of that kind of order. Like, obviously some of them did the order, while the others were just like, what the fuck just happened?
It's kind of like that whole thing it's kind of like where they just weren't expecting it and they're kind of off-put by it.
Yeah.
Well, in that regard, I'm going to, because I can, after making sure that everybody's okay and assessing the damages, the last thing I will be doing is offering counsel in the ship's infirmary, because it's a private enough space to where, people can have one-on-one talks, essentially, is what I'm saying. So down there, I'm going to offer to talk with people who feel troubled or off about it. Anything.
All right. You go ahead and you start counseling people. Zilyana, what about you? What are you doing?
I will probably be going down and talking with the person we captured, but also every time, like each day I'll go down and talk, and each day I'll bring food and a drink to offer. Because can't have my captor dying, now can I?
All right. So, what you when you brought her in and you threw her in, you just tied her wrist and just threw her into the prison, the brig.
Yes.
All right.
I tied them forward though, so she can still reach for things if she. I'm trusting her to a degree, as much as this sounds really dumb, but it's mainly less so I don't have a problem giving her food if she wants any, so she can actually pick up the food itself instead of me having to feed it.
All right. What's your passive perception?
Passive perception is. Let me bring up the sheet. Where are you? There you are. Bring up the sheet. Passive is a 12.
Okay. Good to know.
But I will drop off food. I will also bring the wanted poster with me. But I will go down. I will drop off some food. And a drink. I'll slide it into the cell and sit there and talk with her. The first thing I want to bring up is about her wanted poster. I want to say that she seems to have become at least not. I don't think this. Well, no, this is pretty highly infamous to a degree, but just not the top star rating, right?
Yeah, no. To put it in perspective, essentially, yeah, 5-star. Yeah, the star rating goes up to 10.
Oh, okay, no, okay. I'm just gonna say, well, she's definitely gotten attention of some people then.
Yeah, high star are basically high-level threats, leaders of major criminal activities, or dangerous repeating offenses, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, the highest that can ever be a thing would be the only couple of people that has ever gotten a 10-star rating are some of the pirate warlords themselves.
Understood.
I'll check it out.
Then I will definitely keep it with me, and I'll say it looks like you've made a slight name for yourself. As I look at, as I'm looking at this, and I'll turn it around and show her as well.
She doesn't say anything. She just looks at you in a pissed off manner.
I will look. I'll just kind of like I don't know. I don't know the facial expression. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna keep looking at her for a little bit and looking back at things. Like, I heard you mention the name earlier, Pirate Hunter. I don't really think of us as that. I think more or less, you were at the wrong place at the wrong time, and you seem to have a bounty out for yourself that's, for money. Now, I wasn't thinking of turning you in at first, but this does seem very tempting. I was thinking of just dropping you off somewhere and saying good luck, but this is very tempting. I want to see how she's feeling, which I'm pretty sure is more mad.
She looks at you a little bit dumbfounded at the fact that you were thinking about letting her go, and as she just looks at you and just says, "So what? You were thinking if you didn't find that bounty, you were just gonna leave me alive as you kill my crewmates and expect me just to walk away from that?"
No, I didn't think you would walk away, but you wouldn't really have another option at the beginning except fighting to your death, which, hey, maybe that's what you would have chosen. And you can still make that choice if you want. I can have someone fight you if you'd like, but I was thinking, I'm just gonna sit there and think a little bit more, and I'm going to openly, as much as this counteracts what I did, and I know this is not going to be accepted, but I will sit there and tell her, it's like, I apologize for your crew, and I understand that I don't know if they really meant anything to you, but at least most of them were a quick death, but I needed to leave a message out there for anyone else who may act on the same as you did. I'm not willing to put up with someone shooting us in the back, and I understand your reasoning, but I still gotta send that message that we are not defenseless and we will defend ourselves. And that's why I was thinking of leaving you out there. If someone found you and picked you up, you might be able to spread that message.
So if you're not pirate hunters, then what are you exactly?
We are ourselves pirates. We don't hunt other pirates down. Yes, we may have gotten in fights with them and we can capture them, but that's for us to do. But our original goal is to not hunt pirates.
Well, based off of that display, I could definitely say that you earned the title of pirate. Just simply killing my crew the way you did.
That was too many mouths to feed on top of ours. Yours is enough. The rest of them had to go.
No, I get it. I understand. Honestly, I probably would have done the same thing. Except maybe I would have killed you along the way, along with them.
Sounds like a smart move, and maybe I should have killed you to begin with. But I had other ideas of having you spread the message at least. And if you want to find a ship and take revenge against us later on, I will gladly take that on with open arms.
As she gets up and puts her hands on the bar and basically get close to you, basically poking her head out between the bars. You better hope you take me to an outpost for that bounty. Because if you leave me out there alive, I'm gonna come back for you. I will get my revenge. If you just simply let me go.
Well, that'll be up to me and my crew to discuss. As much as I would like to, I gotta keep everyone happy to a degree. But I don't know. I kind of like the idea of the challenge of you coming back after us at some point. I'll think on it. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of smile and walk away and give it a little wave.
Alright?
And as I go up, I'm gonna just tell people. I'm going to tell definitely. Wow, I'm forgetting his name. Creepah's character, small
Starzin.
little one. Yeah, I'm gonna tell him to keep a really keen eye on her. I will tell him of our discussion. I'll tell him even of what I've said and what my plans were openly, just to him, and say that this is something we need to talk about with everyone else. But these are my plans.
Will do, Cap. We'll talk further about it, but for now, we'll keep an eye on her.
Schedule a meeting and a talk the last day before we arrive. Give us some time to think it over, have an idea, because when we reach this port, we either turn in or we don't.
All right. We'll get a meeting. We'll get a meeting together in a couple days. For now, I think we should let things simmer down. After all, that order, a lot of people weren't pleased about that. You know that, right?
I know. I could feel it in the air and I could see it on their expressions, but we can't always have happy days, and we can't leave ourselves defenseless like that again. If anything, this is the message that we will defend ourselves and kill all who will oppose us in that manner or regards.
Zill, believe me, I get where you're coming from. I do, but just remember, we're not the only ones that are aware of this.
I know, but there needs to be more to know.
I agree.
It's about spreading a temporary message or even a permanent message that we're not gonna back down that easily, and don't fucking come after us like that.
Yeah. Anyway, I gotta keep an eye out. Well, I'll let you get back to whatever you're doing. We'll talk we can talk more later.
And accompany me next time tomorrow whenever I take a meal down there. Not going alone this time.
Alright.
That would be a smart idea.
So,
And I'll say if he's available too.
honestly, you have a handful of people that you can have take watch over over your captive. I guess the question is what is the cycle that you want the watch to be exactly? So far, I'll let you gave the command to Starzin. I'll let Starzin pick.
I think one of the better cycles would be definitely keep. I'm gonna say Bishop on cycle, and keep Shock Reyes on cycle. Potentially Gaines throwing in if alterations are needed.
If needs be, I would like to throw in my hat if you want.
Well, you're manning the helm.
So is Gaines.
Gaines does that at night.
Mm.
Actually, hang on. I need to look at the thing real fast. Yeah, gains. Actually, no. Gains is in the morning. Yours is at night because yours is at night.
Why am I a knight?
Because that was the only thing that was left to fill.
Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah, because
Well,
Sips-
thank goodness for
yeah,
these
Sips
new
was at
rules.
night. Yeah, Sips was at. Yeah, you were in the section where you were part of the night crew.
I'm
Okay.
the night crew.
Okay. It's just interesting considering I don't exactly have good dark vision. I don't have any dark vision, but with these new rules, this will change.
I guess you would. I guess we could have it to where you could switch with gains because of that.
It'd probably be better if Gaines has better dark vision than I.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. So gains would be night, you would be day.
Okay, good.
Alright, so yeah, because your job is to man the helm, there's really not much in the way of time for you to, keep watch and do that. Like, you can occasionally... You can do other light things like fish and train and stuff like that, but you're near the helm, that's why you do it.
Fair enough. That's true. Even going down to request certain orders is pretty much just, like quick drop and then, quick back up.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
But does that cycle of people work for you?
For me?
Oh, for Joe.
So, Bishop and who else?
Bishop, potentially Shock Reyes, since I know he's beefy.
Sure, but he won't be keeping an eye on the weather if that's the case then.
Well,
You guys have the cape, so it doesn't matter, honestly.
yeah, I mean, if that's the case, I'd probably say alternate between those two on shifts.
Yeah.
Because it's either I'd put Varakis doing it or I have Gale doing it, and Gale's is a tempting idea, but
What, are you worried his daughter will be left alone?
that and I think I just want to keep him in reserve just in case something else happens.
Alright.
Fair enough.
Shock Reyes and Bishop will be on guard duty.
Yeah, and the reason I'm hesitant on Varakis is because of his attitude towards the whole thing.
No, fair enough.
The only other option would have been Javnung, but
Mindless caveman, go burr.
but considering if he was going to be doing that, I'd have to put someone who is more intelligent alongside him to rein him in.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
Or in case she tricks him.
Yeah. Moving on down the lines. Clyde. Sips.
Hi.
What are you doing, as you guys are traveling on your 3-day travel to, Everglow?
3-day travel to Everglow, huh?
Yeah?
Taking care of my plants.
So, funny fact.
Yeah?
So, I lost my notes on the cycle of days that your plants would grow, so I had it to where, essentially, because you had Harvey make up some greater healing potions, so he basically stopped the production of using healing boons because you guys had a plethora of that.
I'm saying no more. Please stop.
Well, I mean, you can replant them if you wish. I just lost the notes of when they start back up, or when they sprout up again.
Okay, so how many greater healing potions do I have now?
None yet, but on the 3rd day, you will have 3. And not only will they be 3, if you look at completed items in the workshop items, they are 44 plus 7.
Okay, so greater healing potions. Alright. And they're 44 plus 7.
Yep.
Huh.
thing I'm doing is if you make homebrew, if you're making some homebrew healing potions, you add your intelligence modifier, and depending on what level they are, what kind of healing potions they are, they get the bone. Basically, it's a. So the way I see it, if it's a regular healing potion, which is 2d4 plus 2, if Harvey made it, it would be 2d4 plus 5. Raider would just have a plus 2 bonus onto it. That's why it's 7, and so on and so forth.
What if I make them?
Well, what's your intelligence modifier?
3, so it's the same as Harvey's.
No, that'd be less.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, because
Alright,
Harvey
well,
has
now-
a 5.
Okay,
Yeah,
Harvey has
intelligence.
5. Okay. Yes, I'll be planting more Healer's Boon.
Alright. I'll say that would be...
I can also plant, let's see. Well, those are just petals. I can't plant that.
By the way, where are you keeping track of the healer's boon plants?
It's in my inventory in the blinked out. I have 10 of them. I guess I will plant some of them.
Alright. Well, feel free to edit it in the workshop item.
In the workshop items.
Yeah.
Plants. Edit. I will take out 3 Healer's Boon in my inventory, and I will put them into here. There you go. And then that's 3 from my inventory, so that's 7 left. There we go. All right. Yeah, I'll be upkeeping on that, and helping around the workshop.
Edit that out. So, other than that, how is Sips feeling after the whole debacle that happened with the ship?
How am I feeling after the whole debacle? Conflicted once again. I understand why the captain was furious. I understand her decision making. So I'm not arguing it. But I do think that we could have went about that a better way. So Sips seems very conflicted, very dejected.
That's fair.
Brutus would have actually come up to Sips to see how well they're doing.
Now you see Sips looks kind of sluggish. Whenever like Harvey or someone talks to her, it might take a couple of times to get her attention. She seems very lost in thought.
Probably when Brutus has a break on the being the helmsman, probably takes gains over when it's going to night. Comes up and sees Starzin still in a mood. Just kind of like, sorry, Sips. My apologies. Comes up to Sips and just like, oh, Sips. Sips.
Brutus,
It's getting late.
yeah, she would kind of like, her head would snap up, and she would kind of like take her hand up to her forehead and like kind of like brush back what looks like her hair.
He just kind of adjusts his head, just kind of leans against the nearby wall, nearby close to Sips, and just don't exactly know what happened, but I could tell something happened. Want to elaborate on me? Yeah, it's been kind of thick ever since you guys came back.
Well, I'm sure you've seen the captain ordered the execution of that whole other ship.
Oh, you having doubts now?
I understand why she ordered it. But I do think we could have at least given them a fighting chance to survive. I understand taking away their captain, as it was their captain's decision. I would have understood executing their captain on the spot there. But the others, they were just following orders.
Well, Sips, let me throw a conundrum at you. If a pack of wolves ate a bunch of bunnies, like baby bunnies, let's say, do you blame the alpha or do you blame the whole pack?
I wouldn't blame any of them. That's just the natural order of things.
It's going natural here, too. But I do agree. I think your Zoe could have definitely been a little more gentle, or at least better. Personally, I wouldn't even have given name of. Personally, I would have even done two things. I wouldn't have taken the captain. Just take him what we needed, leave him a bit of food and a sinking ship. Hope for the best for him. Either that, or let them all die. They weren't going to give us a chance.
Why I said I understand the captain's decision. They weren't willing to give us that chance. They were willing to just kill us on sight.
But what's your problem then?
You kind of see her reach, like kind of put her hand on the sword by her hip. As she kind of like says, I don't know. I think we could have just been better.
You've been acting kind of different now. Look, even different than before. Like, ever since you got that sword. Ever since we left the cave, kind of been acting a little more strange. At first, you were kind of okay with just killing the monsters and creatures off the bat, not giving them a chance or play or anything. But now, you want to give people chances. You want to give them a moment to think, act, whether it be for all benefit of theirs.
I don't know. Maybe I've learned some things. Maybe seeing that maybe if given the chance, not everyone is as bad as what they seems.
I'm not exactly sure about that, but I can kind of get where you're going from. Where you're coming from. I get why being ruthless for the sake of survival, but at that point it wasn't exactly sake for our survival, but more or less just the sake of their own. I think I kind of agree with you, but I do see where you're going. But I do agree with you. Things could have actually been a lot better. Do you think you're going to talk to her about this?
Well, like I said, I understand why she made the decision she made. I don't think I'm going to argue too much on this one. I'm just not going to condone it myself, or actually, better wording, I'm just not going to participate in it myself.
I understand. But this is your second time where you're kind of against what the captain did. What, your Zoe did. Already Jim's thinking about leaving. Jim's already going to leave. Next moment she can. I wouldn't doubt some of the others are thinking that too.
Oh, especially after that debacle, probably. There might be some people who could have similar lines of thinking as I have. But I don't think you quite have to worry about me on this one.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm just kind of conflicted about it. But... well, not conflicted. I just think that we could have went a better way about it. However, I do understand, again, why she made the decision she made. I'm just not willing to execute people without their fair fight. And even if they would have bested me in combat, somebody else would have came over and just killed them right there.
To be fair, that's kind of what Shock Race did, was give them swords so that way they could fight.
Yeah,
Give them at
but
least a chance.
even if I would have done that, it wouldn't have been a fair fight. Somebody else would have came over and just killed them or executed them if they did best me. It wouldn't have been fair.
You do got a point. I mean, yeah, you got a point. If you got anything else you want to talk about or need a shoulder to talk to, you could always come to me.
Yeah, I know. I just think I will be thinking about this for a few days.
Yeah.
You know what? As a show of thanks for being concerned about me. Here. She's gonna hand you. When was this talk?
I'll probably say the second day.
The second day. She's going to say some of the healer's boons were almost done growing, or being made into greater healing potions that Brutus gets to have 2 of them.
Oh. Well, thank you.
It's no problem. I'll deliver them to you when they're done.
Alright. Brutus will then take his leave and wave bye to Sips. Don't be a stranger.
She'll smile slightly and wave back.
On that note, I'll say it would be the third day now as you are about to reach the port of Everglow. And for the past couple of days that there's only been one incident with the pirate captain. She did try to break out at one point, but it was quickly stopped by both Bishop and Shock Reyes. To the point where essentially, basically they did a full examination and they found a couple of small knives and little lock picks.
Wow.
Yeah, so when I was asking, so you just tie her hands and you just throw her into the cage, I was expecting you... I was like, ooh, okay, so she could keep her equipment.
I was giving her a chance.
Or at least the one she was trying to hide.
She had the chance.
Funnily enough, when you say little picks, I was just now thinking, hey, look, pixie picks.
Look, if she got free, my whole thing was if she got free by that point, fuck the message of sending her out for the message. I'd just kill her on sight.
If Sips would have seen her, Sips would have killed her on sight.
Yeah, not for the same reason, but yeah.
Honestly, I feel like with everybody on this ship, it would have been kill on sight, and she pretty much has a life expectancy of about 3 seconds.
Yeah,
Brutus
has no remorse about killing the captain. It was just the other crew members.
But yeah, there was that one incident. But I will say, it is the third day. As morning comes, that meeting that Zilyana wanted to do is upon us now. So,
all right,
everybody except for Bishop is in the mess hall, eating and taking food.
All right.
During this day, I would actually take the time to deliver to Brutus the potions that I promised him.
Brutus nods and thanks.
And then Sips would turn and say, you know, we're about to go to port. Would you like to go off with me and do some sightseeing at some point?
You know what? I kind of would like to. I also need some help making some parts and tailor for leather and hardwood. I'm going to go make something for presents for the whole crew.
You know, that sounds nice. I can't wait then. Let's go and have an adventure together then.
By the way, just so we know, during these 3 days, I just didn't want to say out loud, I did give my crossbow to the broken one, Blackhorn, to Starzin for maintenance work, pitch the ideas I pitched to you, so maybe off the table we could work those in later on.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and get this meeting underway.
Okay.
All right. So Starzin will call for a ship meeting in the mess hall, kind of just trying to get everybody.
Okay. I will take a moment to let everyone arrive, and once everyone arrives, I will ask everyone to take a seat.
All right, the majority of the people will go ahead and sit down. Gale goes ahead and walks up to you before sitting down. As like, is this an appropriate meeting for her? As he points over to Ember.
He will look at him and say, as to what this is pertaining to, I'm pretty sure you know what it's about. No.
He will quickly tell her to go to basically go into the women's quarters for a bit, and like an obedient child, she does.
Actually, can I do a little bit of thing here as well? Just a quick one. Chum, he would also actually, as he basically does overhear this, and goes, "Oh, that's not going to talk." He actually takes Chum off of his hat gently and hands over to Sage. Can you make sure she's okay?
Sage looks up and nods as she cups her hand, and you drop the shoe onto her hands. And in your mind, you hear, "Please, I'm so small."
It's okay. It's okay.
As Chew and Sage goes ahead and goes downstairs.
All right. So everyone is gathered that needs to be here, and anyone that should not be hearing this conversation is now out of the room, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I will, so everyone is probably taking a seat now. I will stay standing. Actually, the one I will ask to come up next to me is Starzin, because, you know.
He would already be immediately standing.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
He's pretty much standing side at attention. Kind of ready.
She will start by saying, I have gathered you all here today to talk about the plans for the prisoner that we have down below. I have my own set of plans, and I do not wish to act them against anyone else's will. I know everyone has their own opinions. As for mine, I wish to state right out in front of you all, and in all honesty, what I feel and what I think we should do, and I am open to any of your ideas, and the plans may change. This is about planning for what to do with her. My plan is primarily setting her out on an abandoned island, or not fully abandoned, but setting her out to be free on an island, to deliver the message that we can protect ourselves, that we will fight back, and that we do not tolerate anyone who shoots others in the back. And if they do, we will fight them with deadly force, and we will end their reign. Now, as for how we do so, I may change it up. I have taken notice of the feelings around here and noticed that my orders have shaken some people. The atmosphere tells it all. But I wish to do better from now on. But in this case, I made a quick and exact order that kind of was sloppy. But I needed to send that message. So there's my ideas. And there's also my explanation to all of how I feel about it as well. Whoever wants to go first can share their ideas and how they feel about it. This is open discussion. No hold back and full honesty.
Spurs will look over to Sips to see if she says anything first.
Sips does stand up and say, I have something to say.
Feel free to say it then.
I think when it comes to the captain or even the first mate of the enemy ship, that yes, we should have executed them on the spot. As for the rest of the crew, I do not agree with your decision, but I also understand it. As for what to do with the captain below decks, I think we should turn them in. That way, those that hear about it know that this person tried to attack us and got what they deserved.
As you say that, Gale goes ahead and looks over at you. Zilyana says, "I second that. It does no good just to leave her to set her free on an island. All that does would just make another target on our backs if we bring her in. Her wanted poster will be brought down, and news will spread that she has been captured that she has been put to jail by us. News would spread a lot faster that way than just simply letting her go. It's a little bit more of a risk. It's a lot more of a risk if we did it that way."
When Gale was,
Understood.
and after hearing Gale and Zilyana's response, Starzin will speak up. Does anybody else among us feel among you feel similarly?
Shock Reyes. Yeah, Shock Reyes will raise a hand.
So Shock Reyes, do you have anything to add, or do you just feel similarly?
Yeah, he's raising his hand to. You asked, does anybody else feel similarly? He raises his hand. And Brutus was about to say something.
Yeah, Bruce does stand up and goes, "I mostly agree with everyone. Mostly agree with what Sip said. We either would have. They were going to attack and kill us. That's no given answer. It was a life or life sort of thing. But I think trying to send a message is better than just sending a message better by earning the bounty is better, especially with what you want. But I do think that killing the whole crew was kind of excessive. Was very excessive. Leaving them alive would have probably just let them know, don't fuck with us anymore."
Iris will go ahead and pick up and say, "Honestly, it probably would have been better if we left the crew alive to spread the message while putting in the bounty for the captain, so that way news can spread both on the papers and in the underground."
I would agree with that.
After that, Bruce does sit down.
Yeah, Gaines
It would
also
sit down.
So I'll go ahead and list down the people that agree with the fact that, yeah, let's turn the captain in for the bounty. Gaines agrees.
That's everyone.
Yeah, pretty much everybody.
Who's the only one that agrees with letting her out?
So the only two people, actually, the only few people that agree with basically letting them go free are the two people that advocates for peace, that are Veracus and Akane.
We have what?
Veracus and Akane.
I know, you said have what? A case for what?
Advocates for peace.
Yeah, advocate.
So the ones that advocate for peace are the ones that want to set her free, even though later on that's gonna bite us in the ass.
They don't believe in imprisonment, especially Veracus.
Oh. Jeez. So they're with me, but for not the same reason.
Yeah, they don't agree with the fact of sending a message. It's more so it's like,
be free, my minion.
It's like, be free and learn your lesson and go a different path. Those kinds of
man,
marks.
That's not the talk I had with her down in the cell. She gonna come back. They don't know that, and I'm not saying that out loud either.
She comes back as a second lieutenant.
The Sips is basically sitting here being rightful imprisonment and judgment.
Yeah, so those are the only two people that'll be like, yeah, no, it's like, we would rather them be free than, death or imprisonment, but yeah, we understand for the imprisonment, for arresting them part.
All right.
Starzin's is just counting heads on agreements. So we have So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, with 13 being bishop.
You hear in the back, I also agree.
So we have 13. So we have 13 in favor of a bounty turn in, and two for freedom.
Not for the right reason. So I don't know if that was stated, but it was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Well, I'm also trying not to.
was.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say it out loud, is just to not call them out.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm just calling it out, but not out loud in the thing either. I'm just like, my character's probably sitting there, it's like, that's not a good reason.
Oh, no, I mean,
to
I'm
be
pretty sure
fair,
everybody would agree.
Akane will bring up, well, it was just like that one time where we had a captain of another pirate ship in prison and we let him free. What's the difference?
Okay, so, sweet child, these people were about to kill us with our backs turned. The other ones we've seen coming, but no, these ones seen a ship sitting there, idle, doing nothing, and thought, ooh, an easy target, let's kick them while they're down, and they're willing to kill us like that. There's a difference in why I've made my choice. It was an emotional choice, not logical, but emotional. I was angry, and I wanted to send a message back out there. But the difference is, essentially, one tried to kill us with our backs turned, the other one at least had the guts to face us head on.
After Zill says this, I'll pipe in. And while that was an emotional response, allow me to add a logical response also. The other thing is that the situations depend in the prisoners was also vastly different. The old one was already being mutinized, barely, because of the poor attention he paid to the crew. So more than likely he was going to be thrown off the ship anyway, or they would have just killed him on the spot. In other words, honestly, given how bad of a job he was doing at running a ship, one would argue we more or less did him a favor by getting him out of all that, so that he could potentially do something else with his life, kind of like the mindset of, you know what, maybe pirateering isn't for me, maybe I should just do something else. Not sure if that's exactly what happened. I'm not going to make an assumption one way or the other, but that's just an example. This is not one of those cases. We have our current prisoner is a much higher threat captain. I mean, the crimes listed already blanch in comparison to our last prisoner. She's aware of what she's doing. We let her go, she will come back for us.
Sips would also kind of put her hands on the table and stand up and say, and also she has hurt innocents.
That too. Thank you, Sips. The point is, we let her go. It's not only a danger to us, but who knows what that decision will lead to for other people. She'll probably be taking her anger out on a bunch of other villages, pillaging, raiding, killing before she even comes for us.
On that note, I'm kind of split. This is Gaines, by the way. Gaines goes ahead and I'm also kind of split. I agree with Iris on the way of, if we were wanting to send a message, we should have left the crew alive and bring in the bounty for the pirate captain. I also understand why Zilyana killed the crew in the first place. You gotta remember, when it comes to pirating, not everybody in the crew is innocents. They had their choice. They had their choice. They could have found ways to escape this captain, but they chose to stay around and commit such crimes. Now, if one of them was up against their will, they probably would have said something, but based off my observation, and the fact that they were all willing to fight to the death or such, and nobody was willing to surrender. And that is something I will say. none of them was willing to surrender. They were all willing to either fucking die or fight back.
Yeah, that's what I was silently waiting for, is for
Yeah.
someone to even say that, and no one did.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it was either the fact that all of them were willing to commit such crimes, or that they been in that, or they were just too afraid to back down. Regardless, they had an out. They didn't accept it. They chose to fight and die. So I agree why it happened, but if messages is what we want to send, we probably should have left the crew alive.
Then if they were willing to fight, then we could have at least left a portion of them alive. I agree in the fact that we needed to send a message, but killing an entire crew was not the way to do it.
Yeah, I also agree on that. That's why I gave them weaponry. Give them a fighting chance.
And even then with that fighting chance, they didn't have a chance after you. What if one of them bested you? Then another one of us comes up and just takes them out.
Then I will stop them and say they deserve to live because they have bested me in one-to-one combat.
I
And
look
what-
over
You
at the
forget.
captain.
You
I
The
look
captain
over
would-
at the captain.
The captain will
is
look and be
this
like,
true?
well, the captain will...
Is this true, Captain?
About what?
Would you have let them go if they bested one of us?
Potentially in that regard. With his way of execution, does have more honor and more sense to it.
see,
I did let the crew choose their own form of execution, so...
see,
All right then.
You forget.
I have no more words to say.
Yep.
And Sips will sit back down.
Thank
So
you,
now I'll look.
for
Now
your
I'll look
inputs.
at Shock Reyes real fast. I'll be like, "So, with that logic, what happens if they don't want to just simply best you and be set free, but they want to kill you and they attempt to?"
Well, if that's the case, and if he tries to kill me, I would expect one of you lot to come in and stop him and restrain him. A duel for freedom should always be honored, at least in the way I see it.
I would agree with Socrates.
Well, I don't know about. Well, I think me and Zil will take your opinions and your suggestions to heart. Isn't that right, Captain?
She's just gonna give that look of like, What'd you say it like that for?"
Actually,
Because I'm
Brutus
trying to
is-
make sure you're at least agreeing with me that you understand and are taking it into consideration.
Brutus actually does stand up and
The
hold his hand up.
child.
Well, we got this opportunity. There's been something that's been bothering me for a while.
Speak your mind.
Well, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is about around the second time when discourse among the group happened. And it did result from your actions, regardless of either the logical or emotional. This is the second time. I think, if everyone's okay with hearing this out, we need to have some sort of talk if it happens a third time. So at that point, we're going into a bad rut of a habit. He's not saying a mutiny. He's not actually saying a mutiny. I'm going to get this out here now.
So what you're saying
Mutiny.
is mutiny.
What you're saying is taking away the captain's control and orders and starting to have a voting rule, which I'm slightly leniently letting happen. I've been letting that happen a lot. Like, everyone gets a vote and a rule of an idea of what they want to do. I've been doing that a lot. What you're saying is take away my direct rule completely, and when you sit down and talk about it like a happy little family.
Sips Sips kind of like slowly stands up at that, and I say, I don't think it's necessarily that. Zilyana has been fair with running the ship, with all of our thoughts in mind.
The only
That's fair.
I've only really had one argument with her, and that was when it came to, well, the witches, if I'm to be honest. This time, I don't think it's really that bad. Like I said, I understood her decision. I just think she went about it the wrong way.
I think many of us here will agree that it was that there is understanding, but it definitely went around the wrong way.
Okay. Even though we knew all of us it was the wrong way, we still went with it.
We did.
I'm gonna speak up and just be like, orders are orders, and usually you're supposed to follow the captain's orders. I've been very lenient on at least letting people have their opinions and, talking about it. I made a split-second decision, and it's up to them to follow the order or not.
But
Not
just
everything's gonna be a discussion.
I'm gonna be honest, Bruce is a little confused by that logic.
What? Not everything's going to be a discussion?
No, not that. It was the contradictions. Like, orders are orders, and they must be fulfilled unless unless you don't exactly like them, or they're going across a line. Then that order can be negated or something.
I said that they can choose to disobey them.
Oh, okay.
Basically, I will still give the order. It's up to the choice of the people to disobey them or not. And afterwards, that's where a discussion, either one-on-one or as a group, can also take place. Not only because of my choices, but also because of the choice to disobey. And if the reason for disobeying is reasonable and sound, I can be lenient and merciful. Also, me being nice on the outside of the game, to not punish you or outright kill you in any sense, and be like, all right, you have a good reason. Let's try to talk about it next time.
At this point, Bishop comes up from the brig and looks over. Don't worry, I have the captive. I basically have the captive restrained to the bars. They're not moving. They won't be to use their arms until after the meeting is done.
You know what?
I'm gonna make my character and me are gonna make the joke both together in this one. So spoon feeding it is.
Well, until the meeting is done.
Yeah, no, that's a joke.
Anything to add, Bishop?
Yes, couple actually. This is what I need. This is what I need to understand, because, Captain, I do apologize for this, but I was there at that moment when you were talking to the captive. I do have to ask, what is this crew? Are we? What exactly is this crew? Exactly. Are we pirates? Are we adventurers? What exactly do you have planned with this crew?
That's a good question that I've yet not been able to answer myself, in all honesty.
Well, we need to figure that out, because that might change some things. For me, I don't care. Like, I followed a pirate captain for a long time before I made my own way. And Gale is just like, he turns, is like, you know what, that's fair. It's like there was a squint, and it's just like, you know what, that's fair.
It's like,
you know, I can't judge.
No, you know what? It's fine. It's fine.
Brutus actually does stay up and go, you know what? You are kind of rotten fair. I'll be fair and honest with you, I've been trying to see this group more like a hunting party, like how I was taught and raised, or even like animal packs, or creatures. But we're not creatures, we're not animals, and we're definitely no hunting party. We're different. And it's kind of strange for me. Sorry if I spoke out, Captain.
That's fine. I did say everyone here was allowed to speak freely and openly.
So, I guess the question is, and I feel like this discussion needs to be made since we're getting ever so close to Blizzard Waste to make it to the Grand Sealy. The decision needs to be made soon on what kind of crew we are before we hit the point of no return.
Well, I'm going to say outright it. I don't like hunting people. I can do it, but I don't like it. So bounty hunting's kind of off of my limits, or outside my expertise. I'm a beast hunter, monster hunter, creature hunter, but not a person hunter. Other than that, I think I can fill some other areas. Well, not sure about piracy, though. That one's new to me as well. So I prefer monster hunting if that's what you're looking for.
That would be more or less a skill set. Because we can't all be monster hunters in here. You just specialize in hunting and taking out monsters. Well, if we did go hunting for people, you can choose to set it out. You can drive the ship, you can do everything else, but I would not expect you then to take part in capturing and hunting and either killing or turning in people. I'll let you be in your own world to sail the ship. You are the sailor, right? I have to. Yeah, you are.
Helmsman.
Yeah, he is the
Yeah,
helmsman.
I'll say I'll let you be in your own little world and sail the ship. But the moment we go against the monster, you will be the first one to call.
Brutus will just nod. Alright. I can agree to that.
Does
And
anybody else have moral concerns?
obviously both Akane and Varakas aren't okay with killing, of all things. Yeah, they explained to you that they were both raised in monasteries that advocate for peace, and if violence does come, it is always the absolute last resort to kill.
Starzin nods and thanks them for explaining.
Iris is like, well, I mean, if they shoot first.
I like her mentality.
If they shoot first, it's up in the
If
air
they-
at that point.
If they shoot, they've thrown their lives to the wind.
And essentially,
Right.
Gaines is kind of on the exact same vein of that. Like, due to his upbringing, it's more so due to his upbringing, he knows all about shooting first and how much he kind of didn't like it. So
Yeah.
Basically, the mentality of it's us or them.
yeah,
I think we should do our best to better the world, and by being such, we should lead by example. Sure, if someone assaults us, yes, we beat them and we mete out proper judgment, especially if it's to protect ourselves. I wouldn't mind killing someone. But like I said earlier, if the goal is to send out a message to not mess with us, killing the whole crew was just killing for no reason.
All right.
Harley will go ahead and speak up. You know, there are many terms the word pirate can take. Of course, there's the stereotypical one where it's about taking what you want, who you want, from whoever you want, without any care in the world, no matter the consequences or actions, pillaging and slaughtering those who stir your ire. But what people don't know is the second part of piracy that, honestly, I kind of prefer more. Finding freedom. Not being bound by the rules of the government and seeking freedom to adventure and explore.
There's my boy.
Honestly, if that's any indication, that's kind of what I want. Honestly, I don't care. I'm not a big fan of the slaughtering, the maiming, the pillaging, and the burning. But what I do care is about creating a good story, seeing the sights, maybe get as much money as we can from our explorations, either through the dangerous underwater temples or caverns, or hell, even raiding other pirate ships. I seek freedom and a good story to tell, for all to listen to. After all, we're not all a big fan of the Empire, are we? as simultaneously, you just see a whole bunch of people just shake their head no.
And then one random person who means nothing to us in the background is just shaking yes to get the fuck out of here.
That would be Jim. That would be Jim. But no, Jim will not do that.
Yeah.
So, I guess the question is, Captain, what say you to my ideology of what we should be?
Your way of it has my interest. And more or less, my feelings are shared partially in that direction. I don't care for the loot and for the destruction and to take everything that I can without permission. If that so happens to be what happens along the way, so be it. I want to explore. I want to adventure. I want to know this world, map it out, and have it be, in a sense, mine, but without control. I just want to know it. And every step that comes along the way, be it looting someone, capturing people, setting people free, in any of it, that's just one step along the entire journey. If piracy is part of it, so be it. All these little things are a byproduct of just one decision. And the decision is to be what we are. I wouldn't mind if we were just adventurers. But also with that comes all the other responsibilities of what if our adventure turns us to piracy? What if it turns us to murder? What if it turns us to setting a whole jail free because of wrongful imprisonment?
On that case, then, I think our moral compass is pretty much all aligned on one direction. Based off of all that I've heard from most of the people here, we all seek to do good for this world.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
Does it seem that everybody concurs with this opinion?
Brutus nods.
Sips would nod and say, I would agree with that.
Yeah, you get some. You get the majority of people like, yeah, you know what? Sailing for the adventuring in for freedom. As long as we do good along the way.
Well, I believe that's most of that's pretty much the crew's opinions.
Iris will go ahead and fly over to you, Starzin. You know, you've been asking for a lot of our opinions. What about yours? After all, you are the first mate.
Starzin thinks for a minute on that, like for a few seconds. He looks at his medal arm, then looks back at everybody, then back at his arm.
Brutus would then yell out, "Just say it!"
I'm also of the opinion for freedom. After all, I've had a first-hand experience with the cruelties of the world, but also the cruelties of the Empire. After all, they are the reason I have this arm. Back on Tarim, I lost more than just my arm. I lost a home, a family, a community, and quite possibly my own innocence. I'm striving for freedom because not just because it's what I want, but because I don't want anybody else in this ship to feel like that they are required to do something because someone said. And I sure as hell don't want anybody to suffer the same fate that I saw back in my home. So my opinion is 100% aligned with what Harley said. Freedom to be freedom for all of us.
Gale will go ahead and speak up after Starzin. It's because of the rules of both the Empire and the Phoenix Kingdom, where my own daughter can't have a normal life without being hunted down like an animal because of what she is. I wasn't able to save my wife and get the proper medicine to save her because of the war that was going on and the prejudices that were crafted after the First Great War. So I agree with Harley as well. I too seek freedom, so that way people can live their lives as without the fear and prejudice that has caused from both kingdoms. Then Varakas will go ahead and stand up. It's actually because of the enslavement laws, reason why I was brought to that fight pit in the first place. My clan wanted me to go out and explore the world and bring peace to those around due to the war. And then I was shackled into doing combat for the amusement of others. As he holds his hand over the bomb collar around his neck. I may be shackled now, but I too will be free, and I seek freedom from here on out, and hope nobody has to suffer this way as well. Gaines will speak up as well. Well, for those who don't know, I used to be enslaved by pirates. Way before I met any of you lot. Forced to row underneath forced to row at the bottom of the ship with oars. Made me realize the harm that even in both in the system of pirates and the system of the Empire, that imprisonment it should be rectified. And it's why I went out, broke free, and saved Kelpie, and along the way saved Sips. Because I too believe in that I seek freedom for everyone and all.
Man, these speeches.
Bishop kind of says something, and I was like, well, you already know my situation. Yeah, in fact, you guys broke me out of prison. But you already know what I seek for. I am an anarchist. And I feel like these rules that both the kingdoms provide goes against every ounce of freedom that we were meant to have in the first place. So yeah, I also seek freedom. And give freedom to everybody in this world.
Look at us all. This is out of character. Look at us all, a big old happy, kind of fucked up family.
Sips would stand up and say, I know I'm not too experienced with how the world is, and I've not had my own time outside of just being here with you very much. However, even for those of you who don't know, and for those of you who do, I was basically created in a lab as a soldier, and I was going to be sold to the Tempest Militia. Thankfully, before that happened, Gaines saved me. Broke me out of prison.
Well, sorry, we need to backtrack that.
Okay.
You were meant to be a mindless slime creature. Then you gained sentience and were meant to be executed or terminated. Because the whole sentience thing was not in the programming.
Yeah, the sentience thing was not in the programming. But this is what the lab notes were. Like, I was originally made to be sold to the Tempest Militia.
I have a thing real fast. Joe, time constraint. I gotta go.
Alright, is there anything you have to say before you leave?
Everybody, good job. Good speeches. Clap, 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 clap. We have a course set. It seems like we have a course like us as people. We have a group set.
Freedom
Better idea, better words. We have an idea of what we are. Yay. I mean this. I'm just saying it very quickly because I'm. Yeah. Good speeches. Have more knowledge of what we're all going for. We'll keep in mind. Thumbs up. Gotta go.
All right, see ya.
So, yep.
Bye.
Well, I was an experiment meant to be sold by the Tempest Militia. Though I was meant for execution because I was defective. I had sentience, and they didn't want that. So, thankfully, Gaines rescued me. I don't wish on anyone that they have to live a life that they don't wish to live. I wish everyone could have the freedom that they deserve. but I also don't wish to have my family hurt. So I would also like to live this free pirate, as you would say. At least until I know what I want in this world.
Well, I believe that's all in agreement then. What say you, first mate?
If we're all in agreement, I think we all know what we want then. And I say we stick to it for our freedoms. And I say we fight for it.
Freedom to live, freedom to breathe, freedom to be, freedom to hunt.
The freedom to sing and tell stories of our grand adventures. The freedom to protect those who can't protect themselves, in and outside of the law. Ha ha! The freedom to make whatever fucking bombs I want to make.
The freedom to live as you wish.
The freedom to end slavery. So that way nobody has to feel what I felt. The freedom to collect as many gemstones as I can. The freedom to travel these lands freely. The freedom to spread peace and love, no matter where they originally came from. The freedom to study magic without restriction. The freedom to break down the walls of oppression. The freedom to give my daughter a normal life.
The freedom to live as we want.
The freedom to do whatever I want without judgment or prejudice from anyone else.
So, to freedom then?
The freedom to do what we want because a pirate is free. I guess we all are pirates.
Pirates of freedom we are.
Yar har fiddle dee dee.
You know, where's the whole mug? Freedom?
You see everybody hold up a mug. Only one of them holding up a mug tentatively, realizing that she might be the only one that agrees with the notion of freedom.
Not about going about it.
Yes. As everybody holds up a glass, and each one says to freedom.
Starzin, without much of a drink, will just hold his fist in the air. Will just hold his fist in the air instead.
Sips would raise her glass and say to freedom.
To freedom!
Yeah. Damn it! Something got in my throat. I'm boastful. You come on my throat. Damn it! You made me feel pee on my face.
Comes over and claps her hand on his back to get him to stop choking.
To freedom. Oh.
Yes, to freedom. As you guys cling your glasses in the air, as celebrating what kind of crew you are. This is where we'll end tonight's session.
Gosh. Not gonna lie, tea did spill on my face and my glasses are all soaked.
Good.
I didn't drink what you were like. I was like, what?
I'm not gonna lie, this right here, this moment, is exactly what I've wanted this entire fucking time.
Better late than never!
And this moment is what I've been kind of pushing towards with why Sips has been kind of disagreeing with how the captain has been ordering.
Yes, well. Anyways, let's go ahead and
Yeah,
get...
you're not gonna get a moment like this till about around Arc 5.
Yes, well, let's go ahead and get voting out of the way, then. Damn it, I should have asked On for her vote.
Oh, I know who I'm voting.
All right, we'll go with you, Brutus.
To be honest, it's a real coin toss between either Sips or Yelzari, because damn,
Zilyana.
Zilyana. My fucking brain. I hate it. Zilyana.
Here, I thought I was bad with names.
No, I've always been that bad with names. You should
You
know this
both are
by now.
terrible.
But I will be honest. I'll give. Damn, both of them are really good. I'll give mine to Sips for the long game of all this and that, cute little interaction. Even though I started it up and was just trying to make sure that Sips was good and all, it kind of like questioned it about Sips' development and like where she's going from this, and
Well,
helped out later on.
Sorry.
And not only that, you backed me up and kind of helped me clarify things during the whole potential mutiny moment. Which, by the way, yeah, sorry, I wasn't going to try and make it a mutiny moment.
Mutiny moment.
I mean, I would have allowed it to happen.
Well, of course you would have allowed it to happen.
So On told me, Sips, you got a vote.
Oh.
And her reasoning is the fact that you were putting up with her choices. Alright. Creepah, who do you vote for?
I'm gonna give mine to Zilyana because all this time back, On actually still played core to the character. Still played to the core of the character, which is a fucking wild card. And, being the character that Zilyana is, I like from ordering the execution to the capture, it's oddly one of those things. It's like it's actually in line with a character that On would do, and and honestly, I think it deserves props because it's honestly one of those big turning points for us as the crew. And also, I've also got to give it to Zilyana because On knew what they wanted, but still keeps to the core tenet of, I'm not the only one here. I need to get everybody else's opinion. So that's my reasoning. Even after the emotional response that was largely a summary execution.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. In that case, then, the last one that needs to vote is Sips.
Oh. So I'm going to give it to Zilyana for the reason of I'm just a gambler at heart, and I want to give her a fair chance at getting it as well. Voting for myself at this point would be too easy.
Okay, an actual reason this time.
Yes. I'm getting onto my actual reasoning.
Hurry!
Secondary reasoning is because it's really hard to play the character of Zilyana is in the position that she is in as the ship's captain with a bunch of, we could fairly say, good aligned characters as a kind of neutral, more leaning towards evil character. I do have to give her props on how she's been playing and how her decision making has been going. Even though her decision making and Sips' decision making is quite different, I respect her. I respect her for it. So I wish to give her the inspiration.
All right. Well, considering that it's a two-way tie, I guess I'm gonna have to be the tiebreaker here. Honestly, I'm gonna have to give it to Zilyana.
Fair enough.
For the consensus of the fact that, honestly, this was probably the most captating she has ever done. Honestly, it was a good roleplay moment, along with the fact that she explained why she did the things that she did, And I agree with Sips when it comes to being a captain, especially when you're playing a character that's more of the evil line while everybody else is like on the good side. It's hard, but she kept to her guns and made it to where she understands like there are other people involved and stuff like that. I think she did. I think she's doing a very good job as captain. And it's definitely so fucking different than how the campaign started to where we're at now. Because nobody suggested On to be captain, and I'm glad that we managed to actually give her the chance.
Ooh. Yeah.
So yeah, today's winner is On.
To be honest, that whole moment of kill the whole crew is just kind of radiating that same energy with like, I'm pretty sure most people here know about the epic musical stuff that's going on lately, with the song particularly, "Different Beast."
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Damn.
Post the link.
Got it.
We'll deal with that later. Yeah, post the link. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was a fucking head turner when I heard her say, "Kill the crew." I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I legitimately had a whole moment where it's just like where the first thing that comes to mind is just this YouTuber Big Puffer, where Puffer just goes damn when someone gets particularly savage. First thing that came to mind.
It's like the moment she said kill the crew, I was just giving the big Vern face. The biggest Vern face imaginable.
The biggest Vernius.
I was sitting there like that dog in the house that's on fire meme.
Everything's fine.
This is fine.
Fine.
Everything is fine.
Alright,
Joe's got the Vernius face. I'm just
Roll for
damn!
It's the Vernius face, but in the caption it says, "Time for a mutiny." Anyways, let's go ahead.
Burton mutation.
Let's go.
Mutination.
Mutination. Let's go ahead and get the lucky roll out of the way. Who gets the lucky inspiration of the day?
Come on, I gave a good deed. I did my good deed for the day.
Serving it up Brutus way.
That's cute how you thought karma was gonna reward you. You and I should both know at this point, Clyde. Karma's a bitch.
Karma is a bitch, and she likes to sleep with you for some reason.
No, that's Lady Luck.
Yeah?
Don't
you know Karma and Lady Luck are the same woman?
No, they're two completely different cold-hearted bitches.
Mm.
No, what most people don't know is that they're actually twin sisters.
I was going to
They are
say
twins.
that. I was literally going to say that. But anyways, thank you guys for watching the latest episode of Primordial's Bounty. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do subscribe, follow, leave a like or a comment, and we'll talk to you guys later. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye!
Tune in next time for the cold.
Cold. Yeah.
Somebody bring hot soup.
Yeah. Bye.